But this is what it's really all about. You have a dream that calls you to a higher place, which forces you to face fears you didn't even know you had until you went out to climb that mountain. But then you conquer those fears and you become more than who you were before the dream presented itself. You ultimately get the dream, but so much more. Dreams are always far better made real, made manifest than you dreamed that they would be, because getting there, you became more than you were when you started. And then when you're there, it ain't no thing, and you see further on the horizon, and you want more, and you want to tweak it, and you want to polish it, and you want a second one, and you want a third one, and the adventure goes, and you grow, and it never ends. God, if you will, is in a perpetual state of growth, meaning God, if you will, like you and I and everyone else,
I am God.
Things that have not yet come to pass.
Yes. Let me tell you something. You gotta pray, or you're gonna be prey. Have an awakening.
Why are so many of us still working like it's the 1900s, selling our time,
Lord,
money, doing something
and
we don't
Savior.
enjoy, leaving nothing for family or anything else we love? We've been programmed to work our lives away so that one day we can retire.
He's a phony, a fraud. Send
what do you want to do tonight?
your 10% of your income to P.O. Box 307,
The Law of Attraction.
Merritt, New York.
Getting everything you want out of life through the power
11566
of your own mind. And let your thoughts determine your destiny. Imagine for a moment that you have in your possession a source of complete and total power. You alone can command the warmth of the sun, the fall of the rain.
I'm your new
the
Lord
turn of the tides,
and Savior.
and the direction
You
of the
pray
wind.
to me, and I will save you. I will bless you.
Would you abuse it, causing the world to fall into utter chaos? Would you be benevolent and merciful, using your power to help the people of your planet achieve their ultimate
I will
potential?
use my powers
Unfortunately,
for good.
or fortunately,
I will help you.
There is no
So
way
you
for a
won't
person to have that
become prey.
much power.
When you pray to
Mother
me,
Nature
you
controls
won't
the
become
planetary
prey.
systems according to her own rules and her own design. You will never be able to have utter control over the environment you are inhabiting.
Yes.
What if you could, however, have the power to determine the course of your own life? What if you could accomplish great things and acquire
give it a
great
PayPal.
riches just by using the power
It's 20
of
bucks,
your own mind?
Bosky. That's
What if I told you that this does not have to be a what if? What if I told you that you possess in your psyche the power to chart the course of the rest of your life on whatever path you see fit? Chances are you would tell me that I had obviously been watching too much sci-fi and needed to get out of the house more often. Not to mention my obvious need to expand my vocabulary, considering the number of times I had used what if in this conversation. You would be wrong about the sci-fi anyway. Every person holds in their mind the power to shape the events of their life.
It's a new shift coming on.
They see
it's a new shift in energy, people.
This power is what is known.
And you gotta be prepared.
The law of attraction.
I'm trying to prepare you.
What is the law of attraction? The belief held by many theorists is that the universe is governed by a set of universal laws.
I don't want to listen.
These laws cannot be changed, cannot be broken, and apply to every individual, regardless of age or nationality. These laws are the riverbanks which guide the flow of their lives on its journey to its ultimate end.
You have a sickness.
The law of attraction
I can save you.
The law of attraction is the belief that anyone can determine their destiny through the power of their mind.
You can't read. I can save you.
Quote, the law of attraction attracts to you everything you need according to the nature of your thoughts.
People.
Your environment and financial condition are the perfect reflection of your habitual thinking. End quote.
I'm trying to save the people.
Joseph
These are the
Murphy.
last days.
The history of the law of attraction. Before we go too deep into the modern applications of the law of attraction, it
2020.
is important that you understand that this is not simply New Age nonsense. Most descriptions of the law of attraction
I gotta
refer
wake
to
up,
it
people.
as a product of a New Age mentality. The principles of the law of attraction date back far beyond the newfound popularity of the New Age. The
You know
immortal
about the
Buddha
laws
was
of
actually one of
attraction?
the first to introduce man to the law of attraction. He said, "What you have become
Nah, I can't
is
save
what you
everybody.
have thought."
I could save a lot
This
of
was a
them.
principle that the people of the
But
East
not
held
everybody.
to for centuries, before it began to sweep into the Western Hemisphere.
So depending on how
The
much
concept of
you
karma
willing to
also may
donate
have drawn its roots
will
from the
put
law
you
of attraction.
higher
Karma
upon the
states that you will eventually
ladder
be revisited by that
of
which you have sent out
survival.
into the universe. If you have practiced
See, you want to
kindness
go
and
up on a
compassion,
high level
you will receive
of the
in
ladder,
return.
the ladder of
If you
survival.
have been deliberately cruel
You know.
to another, you will receive back into your life that cruelty
You want to be up
that you have
there.
sent out. Your actions and thoughts morph into physical entities, causing the universe to react in kind.
So I have a lot of information that I
The
have
law of
gained.
attraction began to gain popularity in the Western Hemisphere in the 19th century, as people began to appreciate the power of
I
positive
have
thinking
tapping in
and apply it
to
to
certain
their lives.
energies and
This new
frequencies.
concept
We are
was
energy
first
beings.
introduced to the general public by William Walker Atkinson, the editor
And
of
we
New Thought magazine, who published a book
have
called
electricity flowing through our
Thought
bodies.
Vibration, or the Law of
We are
Attraction in the Thought
vibrating
World, in 1906.
beings.
As you can see, the law of attraction is not new. The concept that thought can have a
See, I can
predominant
heal
effect on
somebody
the course of a man's destiny
from
has been taught by wise men
vibrating
throughout the ages, and has given rise to a whole
and
new
focuses on that
belief.
person.
What is the
Vibrating.
premise of the law of attraction? The theory behind the law of attraction is the
I can
belief
help you
that
heal
energy
yourself.
attracts like energy in the vast expanse of space and time that comprises our universe. Each person's being is constantly radiating energy out into space. The type of energy being radiated is determined by the emotional state of the individual in question, and may differ from day
I
to
can
day,
help you.
sometimes even hour to hour. This
Let me know
emotional
what kind of
energy
sickness you
is what is
got.
commonly known as a vibe,
I can
and
heal
is
you
referred to as a vibration by scientists studying the law of attraction.
if you want to get high.
Chances
on the
are that
ladder
you
of
are familiar with the
survival.
term.
Do you want
Have
to
you ever been with
survive?
someone who is so happy they seem to be radiating a glow which inspires happiness
Do you
in all
want to
those
pray
around them?
or be prayed?
By the same token, have you ever spent time with someone who was so critical and
You don't want to
unhappy
be somebody to pray.
that they consistently gave off a negative vibe, which seemed to suck the light and happiness out of all those around them? You do not have to possess psychic powers to
Don't
be
be
able to
prayed.
feel the vibes that people emit. This energy is very real on a psychological plane and will affect anyone, anywhere, at any time. Our vibrations are usually an unconscious response to
I
some
need some
form of
money.
environmental stimulus. Something has happened which has caused us to feel happy, or
Energy
sad, or scared,
cause
or
money.
confused, or stressed, etc. And our subconscious response to this, because vibes are generated and projected from the subconscious rather than the
For the
conscious,
power plant.
is something that is beyond our control. Chances are the person who is emitting a negative vibe does not choose to be
Energy
unhappy,
is free all around you.
nor do they wish to inflict their unhappiness on all those around them by the simple fact of their presence.
But in
Before
certain
you say what you were
foods,
thinking, yes,
you have
there
to
are some
buy.
exceptions to this rule.
Will give you
Misery
more
does love company,
energy,
and there are many who take a great deal of delight in inflicting their
more
pain on other people.
vibration.
It is important to understand that this is not usually done in a desire
And
to cause others pain,
Teleport my
but
my
out of a
healing
desire
powers to
not
you.
feel so alone
I
and
need these
unhappy.
foods.
But we digress. There are a number of
so I can
feelings
hear
that
you
lead to positive and
from a
negative
long
vibes
distance.
being emitted. And it is important before we continue on any form of
Yes.
discussion about the law of attraction that you understand what each of these are. You'll understand the reasons for this a little later. Positive vibes. Positive vibes are generated from good feelings, such as joy,
Jesus
love,
has been relieved
abundance
of his
of
due.
anything that causes a positive response. Pride, comfort, confidence, affection.
I'm your new Lord and
Negative
Savior.
vibes. Negative vibes are generated from negative feelings, such as disappointment,
You want to be saved?
loneliness, lack
You want to be
of
high
any of
up on
life's
the ladder
necessities or
of
luxuries.
survival?
Sadness, confusion, stress, anger, hurt.
We need the donations, people. We need the
What do vibes
donations.
have to do with the law of attraction? As we mentioned earlier, the fundamental principle of the law of attraction
PayPal me
is the belief that life energy
20 bucks
attracts
faster.
life
That's
energy. This means that
TWENT.
if a person is emitting
Why?
positive vibes, they will draw good things to them.
BUCKS.
And if they are emitting negative vibes, they will draw bad things to them.
KEY.
You are a living magnet, attracting what you want. You have seen this principle in practice.
It's almost over.
Have you ever
2020
known
coming.
someone who was always upbeat and positive and seemed to be too lucky to be true?
Don't wait till
On
it's
the flip
too
side,
late.
You have certainly known someone who loved to complain and look on the darker side of
I
life
can save
that
a
always
lot of
seemed
you.
to have something new to complain about
First
because
come,
things
first
were always
serve.
going wrong in their life. These examples show people attracting the results
You know, a
of
lot
the
of y'all
energy
be
they are giving.
procrastinating. You don't want to procrastinate
Remember, you
when it's
attract to your
dealing
life
with
whatever you give your
your
attention,
survival.
energy, and focus to, whether wanted
See, I'm
or
ahead of the
unwanted.
game.
Michael J. Lozier.
I already know.
Does this mean that all of the
plan.
bad things that happen to you in this life are because you
I know what they working
subconsciously
on.
wanted them to?
And you're going to
This
need
is one of the most
special
common arguments against the
instructions
concept
to
of the law of
survive
attraction,
this atmosphere.
and is often the hardest to refute because people have not yet recognized
God
that the
damn.
law of attraction is not a pipe dream or something that someone dreamed up while sitting on their porch one hot summer night.
Gave me
It is a fact
mayonnaise.
of life.
I said honey mustard.
And
They
its
gave me
effects are far
friggin' man.
reaching.
I ain't want no
In answer to
damn.
your
Oh, it's
question,
tartar sauce.
no.
Shit.
Not everything bad that happens in your life is
Man,
a result
I should
of
have
you
known they gave me tartar
subconsciously
sauce.
wishing
I
for
should
it
have
to
saw
happen.
it.
Sometimes it is a result
But anyway.
of someone else wishing for it to happen. To quote an example from a website pertaining
See, I
to
can
the
eat
law
this
of
stuff.
attraction,
This is garbage. Yeah,
a
me and French
child
fries is
or a
garbage.
spouse who is
But
abused
guess what? I have the
is not
power and the
abused
energy
because
to
they
vibrate
wished for
it
this abuse to happen.
and just get it out of me.
Happened because
I don't
the
let the
abuser
toxins
allowed
stay in
their
me.
negative thoughts concerning their
I
child
eliminate
or
the
spouse
toxins out of my
to creep
body.
across their
Easy.
subconscious until they eventually
I know how
began
to
to
do that.
dictate
It
their
takes
actions.
training and practice.
The mind is a powerful thing, and where the
So I eat a
mind
bunch of
goes,
junk
the
food.
feet will soon follow. The foundation
Sweat
of
it out.
any success you
Piss
are
it
going
out.
to encounter
You know the rest.
lies not in the ability of your physical body to overcome the obstacles,
I could blow it out
but of
too.
your mind
You ever
to
see the
believe
Green
that a
Mile?
way
He's
lies
blowing
around.
out the toxins out of his mouth.
Where
I
there's a
can
will,
do that.
there's a
I've
way.
done it.
Where your mind
Blow
can believe that
toxins
there is
out
a
of the
way for the
mouth.
body to achieve its heart's desire.
It's
A
called
way
a
does
sneeze.
exist. How can I use the law of attraction? This is an excellent
right.
and very important question. After all, it doesn't do much good to know what the law of attraction is if you do not know how
Now.
to use it to achieve success in your own life. Once you have mastered the basics of the
Y'all
law,
better hit me up. Let me know,
you'll be
man.
able to apply it to any area in your life. 1.
Let me know if you
The
want me to
first
say
step
it.
in finding success through the law of
Some of
attraction
y'all don't.
is to accept responsibility
y'all
for the things that have occurred in your
Suicidal.
life, both good and bad.
Well, they
This
say,
is
hey,
often
life
the
is too
most
long.
difficult part of achieving success through manifestation. Because we are taught from
Some of
childhood
y'all like, hey,
to believe that our environment
oh,
contributes
well,
in a large
we gonna
part
die
to
anyway.
the circumstances in which we find ourselves.
I
It's
drink
very
and
hard
smoke
to take the
yourself to
responsibility
death.
and acknowledge the fact that your environment was not the major contributing factor.
Because you've been programmed.
In many cases,
To
you will
not
have
love
no one to
yourself.
blame but yourself.
You fall victim
In order to help yourself move past these events,
to the addiction.
take a moment and write down on a piece of paper all of the major events in your life.
Yeah.
Again, both good and bad.
Now,
Leave plenty of room underneath each one.
my God,
Take
bro.
a moment to go back
I gotta
and
go.
review these
I got
events.
some people I gotta say.
Write down what you were feeling at the time they
So,
happened, how you felt before they
next
happened,
time, people,
and what
let me know.
events had occurred prior to this. Chances are, you are going to find that
Turn it
events
down.
occurring in your favor occurred at times when you were possessed of a positive
See
attitude,
what we got
and
here.
other things in your life were going right.
So, God, why did I turn this off?
Events which occurred
Turn
not
that off.